She actually hates Blake Lively over an affair.
That Blake Lively developed some feelings for for Justin Baldoni. She has, been in love with Penn Badgley from, Gossip Girl. Then she got with Ryan Reynolds.
Blake Lively, in my opinion, is no victim. It has been shown over and over that she is a terrible person. She is a bully. She deserves.
Jennifer Garner just dropped an absolute bombshell. Blake Lively isn't just a serial co-star dater, but a victim trapped in a PR charade. Garner alleges Ryan Reynolds, Blake's husband, is secretly closeted, using his marriage as a beard to maintain a heterosexual image, while Blake desperately seeks emotional fulfillment elsewhere. The sheer audacity of these accusations has Hollywood reeling, tearing down the facade of one of its most celebrated power couples. This isn't just infidelity, it's a hidden identity, a fake marriage, and a major betrayal rocking the industry. The silence from both is deafening.
Ryan Reynolds is now abusing.
Garner's scathing critique stems from her own painful experiences. She labels Blake Lively a terrible person and a bully who deserves no sympathy. These are not light accusations from Jennifer Garner, an actress cherished for her wholesome, down-to-earth image. Her voice carries weight in Hollywood, and her revelations have ignited chaos, forcing a reevaluation of Blake Lively's carefully constructed public persona. This is just the beginning of the unraveling, exposing deep cracks beneath the surface of celebrity glamour.
There was the issue of Ben Affleck coming into the picture. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck met in 2000 when making the movie Pearl Harbor.
The seeds of Garner's deep-seated resentment against Lively were sown years ago, rooted in her tumultuous marriage to Ben Affleck. Their once golden Hollywood romance began to crack, and Blake Lively became irrevocably linked to its unraveling. It was more than typical celebrity drama. It was a deeply personal betrayal that left lasting scars. Jennifer Garner watched helplessly as her family life spiraled, and Lively was at the center of a key part of that heartbreak. This ignited years of animosity, shaping Garner's perspective on Hollywood's intricate web of relationships.
Relationship worked, with the two being one of the biggest A-list couples in Hollywood, and Ben Affleck ended up proposing to Jennifer Lopez in 2002, giving her a $2.5 million engagement ring.
The real controversy exploded in 2010 during The Town. Ben Affleck, directing and starring, cast a 23-year-old Blake Lively as his love interest, while his wife Jennifer Garner was 38. Garner's suspicions escalated as Affleck reportedly instructed Lively to engage in intense makeout scenes and suggestive body contact. On the press tour, their undeniable flirtatious banter was widely noted, openly blurring professional lines. These were not subtle hints, they were glaring red flags, fueling Garner's unease and suspicion about Lively's involvement.
Jennifer Lopez fans that made fun of Jennifer Garner because Ben Affleck gave her a $500,000 engagement ring compared to the $2.5 million engagement ring he gave Jennifer Lopez.
Beyond the Lively connection, Ben Affleck's personal struggles profoundly impacted his marriage to Jennifer Garner. His reported battles with substance issues intensified their turmoil, pushing the relationship to its breaking point. Jennifer Garner, a pillar of strength, was forced to intervene, personally checking him into rehab in a desperate attempt to salvage their family. The emotional toll of public scrutiny, coupled with personal betrayals and Affleck's challenges, carved deep fissures, leaving Garner wounded and forever changed.
Relationship-wise in 2010, when Ben Affleck directed and also starred in the movie The Town and cast Blake Lively to be his girlfriend in the film.
The culmination was their 2018 divorce, ending a decade-long marriage. Heartbreak was compounded by revelations Affleck allegedly cheated with their children's nanny, followed by his quick public relationship with a 22-year-old model. Garner's lasting aversion to Blake Lively was undeniable. She famously forbid Affleck from working with Ryan Reynolds in 2014, and later refused to join the Atom Project in Deadpool 3 to avoid interacting with Lively. Her silence spoke volumes, signaling profound, lingering resentment and pain that refused to fade.
Were 38 years old at the time, while Blake Lively was just 23 years old, and there were a lot of scenes where Ben Affleck would be making out with her. To make it worse, Ben Affleck, who was the director of the movie, instructed Blake Lively to have several scenes where he makes out with her and also touches her body intensely.
Blake Lively's romantic history reveals a recurring pattern of entanglements with co-stars, consistently fueling tabloid speculation. Her first major public relationship was with Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, a romance mirroring their on-screen chemistry. Once that ended, Lively swiftly moved on, signaling a deeper trend. This pattern of falling for colleagues, especially those with intense on-screen chemistry, has become a hallmark of her career, raising questions about her personal boundaries and emotional needs, hinting at unfulfilled desires.
Clearly no objection from Blake Lively, who said she got along very well with Ben Affleck, and the two did a media tour together where many people in the press noticed they were flirting intensely during interviews.
The pattern continued swiftly when, by 2011, Blake Lively was linked to Hollywood's enigmatic heartthrob, Leonardo DiCaprio. Their brief yet highly publicized romance took them jet-setting across the globe, sending shockwaves through Hollywood. The timing was striking, as Lively was still navigating her previous high-profile relationship's aftermath. Her ability to transition so rapidly from one A-list star to another cemented her reputation, leaving many to wonder about the true nature of these whirlwind connections. This rapid progression defied typical celebrity courtship norms.
Things got progressively worse for Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's marriage, where Jennifer Garner actually had to check him in rehab because he was drinking obsessively.
Then came the Green Lantern scandal, forever linking Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in controversy. During filming, Reynolds was famously married to Scarlett Johansson. Yet rumors quickly circulated from Green Lantern crew members about Reynolds and Lively's undeniable chemistry, with reports even leaking that they were leaving set for hotel rooms together. These were not just whispers, they were concrete allegations of an affair brewing on set, mirroring Lively's past patterns with co-stars. The scandalous whispers quickly escalated to a public spectacle.
2018, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck got divorced, with the reason being cited that Ben Affleck was actually cheating on her with their kid's nanny. And they both moved on fairly quickly, where just 3 months later, Ben Affleck was in a relationship with Shauna Sexton, who was a Playboy model who was 22 years old, and he was 47 at the time.
The final nail in the coffin for Ryan Reynolds' marriage to Scarlett Johansson was painfully public. Scarlett famously skipped the Green Lantern premiere while Reynolds and Blake Lively arrived together, presenting a united front that screamed married couple. Just 1 month after Reynolds' divorce from Johansson was finalized, he married Blake Lively. This rapid progression from alleged on-set affair to marital vows cemented a controversial narrative, forever linking their union to scandal and speculation about its questionable origins. The speed was breathtaking, leaving many to raise eyebrows.
Poor Jennifer Garner actually had another motivation for coming back for Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was saying that Ben Affleck's character of Daredevil was dead, which was some way of getting back at.
The cycle of emotional entanglements resurfaced recently during It Ends With Us, where Blake Lively was linked to co-star Justin Baldoni. While sources confirmed this was primarily an emotional affair, it fueled intense speculation about her marriage to Ryan Reynolds. Lively developed genuine, profound feelings for Baldoni on set, a connection more emotionally charged than typical on-screen chemistry. This deep bond with a colleague while still married echoed her past patterns, raising serious questions about her current marital satisfaction and unfulfilled needs.
In 2014, the studios wanted to work with Ryan Reynolds and Ben Affleck again on another movie which was described as a detective movie. The problem was Ben Affleck had to pull out of doing the movie because Jennifer Garner forbid Ben Affleck from working with the film on Ryan Reynolds because she knew she'd have to interact with Blake Lively again.
Jennifer Garner, having endured infidelity herself, is outspoken about the perceived driving force behind Blake Lively's actions. Garner directly suggested Ryan Reynolds, despite his charming public persona, may be concealing a deeper truth about his identity. She believes his emotional struggles originate from unresolved childhood conflicts, forming the root of problems in his marriage to Blake. This theory implies Reynolds' emotional unavailability, pushing Lively to seek fulfillment elsewhere, painting a tragic picture of their seemingly perfect union.
Another confirmation to the public that Ben Affleck and Blake Lively were linked together in an affair, and Jennifer Garner just never wanted to see her again, which was why she was refusing to do any events with her near her.
Garner's most explosive accusation is that Ryan Reynolds might be closeted, using younger women like Blake Lively as beards to uphold a heterosexual marriage. This theory, if true, would explain Lively's repeated romantic entanglements with co-stars, a desperate search for emotional validation and intimacy that her marriage with Reynolds allegedly fails to provide. It suggests a transactional relationship, where Lively merely produces children and maintains a family image, trapped in a gilded cage while her true emotional needs go unmet, a profound personal cost.
A full-blown cancel movement against her, where many people are calling her a homewrecker because of the Scarlett Johansson and also the Jennifer Garner cases.
Ryan Reynolds' reaction to the alleged emotional affair with Justin Baldoni has been anything but calm. Described as total chaos, his response is seen as litigation abuse, aiming to inflict pain and punishment on Baldoni. Garner suggests Reynolds has come undone, realizing his wife's emotional connection to another man. This isn't just about a broken heart, it's about a man using legal means to destroy a career and publicly humiliate his wife, revealing a profound rage and an almost frightening need for control, fueled by deep insecurities.
The indicator was during this time Blake Lively and her longtime boyfriend from Gossip Girl, Penn Badgley, also split up.
At the heart of Reynolds' extreme reaction lies his alleged narcissism, an unhealthy preoccupation with his self-image and a constant need for validation. Rather than confronting personal insecurities, he directed his anger into a high-profile lawsuit aiming to damage Justin Baldoni's career. The legal action wasn't about justice, it was about vengeance, a means for Reynolds to assert control over his marriage's narrative and punish those he believed had wronged him. This obsessive desire for power and dominance reveals a profoundly narcissistic mindset, unwilling to bend.
There were very strong rumors of an affair. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck still stayed together, and Blake Lively later on began dating Leonardo DiCaprio.
The speculation surrounding Reynolds' hidden identity is further fueled by his famously close, almost obsessive relationship with Hugh Jackman. Jennifer Garner implies their bond might be more than mere friendship, suggesting its intensity hints at Reynolds' deeper emotional struggles and a possible suppressed attraction to men. This theory would explain his alleged lack of emotional availability in his marriage to Blake Lively, pointing to a complex inner world that he fiercely guards, using his public persona as a shield against vulnerability and exposure.
Until Blake Lively met Ryan Reynolds when filming the movie Green Lantern together. During that period, Ryan Reynolds was actually married to Scarlett Johansson, who he got married to after a brief relationship of dating for only 6 months in 2008. Like rumors that happened during filming The Town of Ben Affleck cheating on Jennifer Garner with Blake Lively, there were now new rumors of filming during Green Lantern of Ryan Reynolds cheating with Blake Lively on Scarlett Johansson.
The dark irony of the "It Ends With Us" situation cannot be overlooked. The film is a story about domestic abuse, yet what is unfolding, according to some, is Ryan Reynolds allegedly abusing his wife through litigation and public shaming. He is trying to inflict pain, dismantle her career, and potentially harm their children for his ego. This horrifying parallel between the movie's theme and the real-life drama highlights the extreme lengths Reynolds is willing to go, transforming a personal betrayal into a calculated act of cruelty.
From members of the Green Lantern crew who leaked information to the press that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were leaving their trailers to go get a hotel room and stay together while filming. The final nail in the coffin for Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson's marriage was Scarlett Johansson didn't attend the premiere for Green Lantern, but instead Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were seen together like they were a married couple.
Despite mounting accusations against Ryan Reynolds, it's crucial to remember Blake Lively is often portrayed as no victim. Her history, marked by numerous co-star entanglements and alleged bullying, has cemented a reputation that precedes her. Many believe she is a raging narcissist who deserves little sympathy, even in the face of her husband's alleged abusive tactics. This dual narrative suggests a complex dynamic where both parties, despite their glamorous facade, are deeply flawed, engaging in a power struggle that has spilled into the public arena.
1 month later, Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson got divorced, so then 1 year after that, he ended up marrying Blake Lively after she was seen in relationships with Penn Badgley, Leonardo DiCaprio, and also Ben Affleck.
Ryan Reynolds' ongoing public tirades and the relentless drive behind the lawsuit reveal a man desperate to maintain control over his image and personal life at any cost. This battle isn't about common ground, it's about winning, no matter who gets hurt. His willingness to burn down his wife's career and even his own while potentially harming their children paints a chilling picture of an unchecked ego, a man driven by a terrifying need for dominance and public vindication, regardless of the fallout.
Ben Affleck and Ryan Reynolds were friends because they did the 2006 movie Smoking Aces together, which was a hit, making $58 million on a budget of $17 million. And then in 2014, the studios wanted to work with Ryan Reynolds and Ben Affleck again on another movie which was described as a detective movie.
Many speculate why Blake Lively remains in a marriage where her emotional needs are allegedly unmet and her husband is accused of destructive behavior. The pressure to uphold Hollywood's golden couple image is immense, and any deviation could severely damage their careers. For Lively, dismantling that facade might be overwhelming, leading her to prioritize public perception over personal fulfillment, creating a tragic cycle where she seeks intimacy elsewhere while trapped in a relationship built on superficiality and image management. The public gaze proves a powerful limiting force.
Everything we're reading, it's not a lawsuit. I want you guys to know that we are not observing publicly back and forth a lawsuit. What we are observing is essentially a ticking time bomb, a timer on Ryan Reynolds' ego.
The full extent of Ryan Reynolds' reach became shockingly clear with reports surrounding the New York Times article concerning Justin Baldoni. Sources claim the Times was doing someone a favor, implying a calculated hit piece designed to ensure Baldoni could never work in Hollywood again. This wasn't about truth, it was about weaponizing media for a personal vendetta, with Ryan Reynolds at the suspected helm. This act of career destruction points to a terrifying level of influence and ruthless determination to punish perceived rivals, exposing Hollywood's dark power.
Blake Lively developed some feelings for for Justin Baldoni on set. Has happened to her. She has been in love with Penn Badgley from, Gossip Girl, then she got with Ryan Reynolds. All these people, they're on set, and their job is to sell that they're falling.
Reynolds' once untouchable Hollywood persona is now undeniably tarnished. The public spectacle of the lawsuit, his ongoing drama, and accusations of narcissism and emotional abuse have begun to erode his carefully cultivated image. Fans and industry insiders are questioning his motivations, seeing a man less driven by artistic ambition and more by an insatiable need for validation and control. His fear of vulnerability, rooted in his past, has become an open wound, threatening to unravel his marriage, career, and public legacy, leaving him precarious.
As we see with actors and actresses, it actually happens, and there's no question in my mind that Blake Lively caught real feelings for Justin Baldoni. That comes across when you read his filings and you see how easily he disputes all of her narratives. And the thing is why I say this is not a real lawsuit.
Ultimately, this saga is far more complex than simple infidelity. It's a harrowing tale of hidden identities, emotional voids, public image facades, and the destructive power of unchecked ego in Hollywood. Jennifer Garner's shocking revelations about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds force us to look beyond the glamour and question the true cost of fame, revealing raw, heartbreaking human struggles behind closed doors. The alleged abuse, emotional affairs, and quest for control paint a somber picture of a relationship built on shifting sands. Can true happiness ever exist beneath such an illusion?